everyone, and welcome.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Welcome to the Biz English Channel. This is your go-to English learning podcast channel, completely dedicated to mastering the language of success.
Absolutely.
And today we are jumping into a brand new deep dive.
I am so ready for this one.
Same here. But before we get started, just a quick reminder, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this audio, and get ready to share your opinions down in the comment section as we go.
Yeah, we've got some questions for you later on, so stay tuned for that.
Exactly. So, okay, picture this for a second. You are sitting in a meeting room, right?
Yeah, I'm picturing it.
And two of your colleagues are presenting the exact same data. I mean, they have the exact same qualifications. They've been at the company for the same amount of time. They're pitching the same strategy.
Right. Everything is identical on paper.
Exactly. But when the first person speaks, everybody naturally leans in.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just sound commanding. They sound authoritative. You can almost feel the gravity in the room shift toward them.
I've totally seen that happen.
Right. But then the second person presents the very same information. And it just sounds like they're having a casual chat at a local coffee shop.
People start checking their phones.
Yes. The room doesn't quite take them as seriously. And you have to wonder, why is that?
Great question.
The secret isn't necessarily what they are saying. It's how they are saying it.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon that happens in every single office around the world, like every single day.
Totally.
We focus so much of our energy on the substance of our work.
Yeah.
Like the spreadsheets, the coding, the marketing plan.
The actual deliverables.
Exactly. But we completely forget about the packaging. And in a professional communication, the packaging is your vocabulary.
Man, that is so true. And that is the mission of our deep dive today. We are unlocking those really subtle but incredibly impactful vocabulary shifts.
The ones that transform basic everyday English into powerful, professional business English.
Yes, because we want to help you create a much more authoritative and capable impression in literally any office environment.
Because the reality is, using informal language is perfectly fine in everyday situations. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. Nobody is saying you can't be casual.
Exactly.
Right.
But there are crucial moments when you need to create a more powerful impression. You have to establish boundaries or, command a room.
And that's where the upgrade happens.
Okay,
let's unpack this. We're going to start with the most fundamental shift, which is upgrading your action verbs.
Yeah, this is the foundation.
Because we do these things all day long, right? We get emails, we need help, but the words we choose actually dictate how people perceive our competence.
For sure. Take the phrase, "I got your email."
Oh, man. I say that like 10 times a day.
We all do. "I got your email" is the default setting. It's standard functional English.
But it's basic.
Very basic. So to elevate that, you swap out the verb. Instead of "I got your email," you say, "I received your email."
I received your email. Wow, yeah. It instantly feels different.
Doesn't it?
It's a bit heavier, a bit more serious.
What's fascinating here is the psychology behind it. It's not just about sounding fancy.
Right.
Words like "received" instantly shift the tone from casual to commanding. When you say "got," it feels passive.
Like it was an accident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the email just magically landed in your lap while you were eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
But "received" implies a formal transaction. It establishes a professional boundary.
It's like you're saying, I have officially taken possession of this.
Right. And it is now being processed within my workflow. It's precision.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. Because using basic English in a boardroom, to me, it's kind of like wearing sweatpants to a job interview.
That is such a good analogy.
Right, like they are super comfortable, but you're definitely not sending the right message.
You're not dressed for the occasion.
Exactly. But let me push back on this next example.
Okay, go for it.
So if I need help, basic English is I need some help. And the upgrade is I require some assistance.
Yes, upgrading 2 words there.
Right, need becomes require and help becomes assistance. But isn't assistance just a longer, clunkier way of saying help?
I hear that a lot, actually.
Like if I walk up to my boss and say, I require assistance, do longer words automatically equal professionalism? Or am I just going to sound kind of pretentious?
It's a fair point. Longer doesn't always mean better. But look at the difference in meaning here. Need comes from a place of personal lack.
Like an emotional state.
Yes, a child needs a parent. It implies vulnerability. But require is structural. It's objective.
Oh, like a project requires a budget.
Exactly. So by saying require, you frame the situation as a professional necessity, not a personal failing.
That makes total sense. And what about help versus assistance?
Well, help is what you give someone stranded on the highway. It's a rescue.
Right, right.
Assistance is what professionals provide to one another to achieve a goal. It implies collaboration.
Oh, wow. So you're totally changing the power dynamic. You aren't pleading for a rescue. You're just stating a structural necessity.
Precisely. You
Yeah.
keep it peer-to-peer.
Man, that is so useful. Actually, let's take a quick pause here because I want to turn this over to the listener for a second.
Oh, yes. We want to hear from you right now.
What is your biggest struggle when trying to sound professional in English? Like, do you get stuck translating from casual to formal in your head?
It's so common if you do.
Drop your answer in the comments right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, we read all of them. And hey, if you are finding these tips valuable, make sure you hit subscribe.
Definitely subscribe.
Okay, so let's move on to the next big shift. Streamlining office communication.
This is where we build on those verb upgrades.
Right, because we just talked about making words heavier, but this is actually about making things faster.
Yeah, more direct and way less cluttered.
We're talking about phrasal verbs, right? Those little multi-word phrases we use all the time.
Exactly, like talk about or get in touch with.
So in basic English, I might say, let's talk about it later. What is the upgrade there?
It becomes, let's discuss it later.
Just one word. Discuss.
Right, or instead of saying, how do I get in touch with her? You just say, how do I contact her?
Oh, I like that. What about giving instructions? Like, please make sure you arrive on time.
That upgrades to, please ensure you arrive on time.
Ensure. Okay, so the pattern here is replacing these clunky phrasal verbs with single, strong action verbs.
Yes. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this reduces your word count while maximizing your impact.
Which is huge in business.
Time is money, right? It's a core principle of effective communication.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me. Using a phrasal verb like get in touch with is basically like taking the meandering scenic route.
Yeah, you eventually get there, but it takes a while.
Exactly. But using business verbs like contact or discuss, that's the express lane.
It's direct.
But let me ask you this. Is there a risk here?
What do you mean?
Like, if we strip away all our conversational phrases, do we risk sounding too cold or overly formal, like a robot?
That's a really valid concern, and it all comes down to context.
Right. You wouldn't say ensure when asking a friend to grab a coffee.
Exactly. But in a meeting or an email to a client, clarity is way more important than casualness.
That's a good rule of thumb.
And think about the intent. Talk about is totally open-ended. You can talk about a TV show for 3 hours.
Oh, I definitely have.
Right. But discuss implies a focused conversation with a targeted outcome. You aren't sounding robotic, you're sounding intentional.
Intentional. I love that. Okay, so let's take these tools and jump into some really specific high-stakes scenarios.
Like logistics and accountability.
Yes. Because when we talk about travel or defending our choices, the vocabulary gets even more critical.
The stakes are higher, so the precision has to match.
So let's look at travel logistics. Instead of saying, please give her your travel plans, what do we say?
We elevate that to, please provide her with your itinerary.
Provide her with your itinerary. Okay, let's define itinerary for a second.
It's a document. It lists all your departure times, arrival times, specific locations.
It's tangible.
Exactly. Travel plans is just a vague concept.
Yeah.
An itinerary is a trackable business item.
And it's the same for arriving, right? Please let them know when you will be arriving becomes...
Please inform them of your arrival.
Inform them of your arrival.
Yeah.
You are changing the entire DNA of the sentence.
You're adding structure. You're adding authority.
It's wild. Okay, but let's talk about accountability because this next one is tricky.
Oh, this is the big one.
Let's say someone messes up or makes a weird choice. Basic English is, please tell me why you've made this decision.
Right.
But the upgrade is, please explain your decision.
Such a powerful shift.
But does that actually change the psychological dynamic? Because to me, it takes a simple request and makes it sound like an official inquiry.
That's the point. It absolutely changes the dynamic.
But what if I just want them to tell me why?
Tell me why invites emotion. It sounds like two friends arguing. It invites excuses like, well, I was stressed.
Oh, I see. It opens the door for feelings.
Right. But explain your decision removes the emotion entirely. It demands a logical, structured response.
It forces them to step up to your level of professionalism.
Exactly. You're demanding a rationale, not an excuse.
Man, that is the ultimate conference room toolkit right there.
Speaking of the conference room, that is the ultimate business battleground.
Totally. Meetings, conferences, problem solving. This is where the stuff really matters.
You're dealing with multiple personalities and power dynamics in real time.
So let's say someone brings up a topic and you want them to keep going. Basic English. Could you please talk some more about that subject?
The upgrade is so much better. Could you please elaborate?
Elaborate. It sounds so professional.
It's a superpower. It politely demands more info without sounding aggressive or accusatory.
Because talk some more sounds kind of clumsy, like maybe you just weren't listening.
Exactly. But elaborate signals that you're engaged and you're guiding the meeting.
I love that. And then there's the big one. The difference between fixing a problem and solving a problem.
Yes. How are you going to fix this versus how are you going to solve this?
This raises an important question, right? Because they mean the same thing in casual English.
But in business English,
Right.
they're worlds apart. Solve implies a permanent structural remedy.
Well, fix sounds temporary.
Right. You fix a flat tire so you can limp home. You solve a systemic issue so it never happens again.
So what does this all mean? To me, it's like fixing a problem is like duct taping a leaky pipe.
That's a perfect way to look at it.
It'll hold for today, but you're going to have to deal with it tomorrow. But solving the problem, that's upgrading the entire plumbing system.
Yes. And think about how your leadership perceives that.
Oh, it changes everything. A single syllable changes your perceived level of competence.
If you say you'll fix it, they'll check up on you tomorrow. If you say you'll solve it, they trust it's handled.
That is just, it's a game changer. Okay, we have covered so much ground today. Let's do a quick summary.
Let's do it.
The core philosophy here is that elevating your basic English to these slightly more formal versions, like swapping got for received or talk about for discuss, it transforms how your competence is perceived.
It creates boundaries, it shows precision, and it
That's
saves
well-
time.
Exactly. You are literally streamlining your way to sounding more authoritative in the office.
And it costs absolutely nothing to do.
Right. Well, that brings us to the end of today's deep dive here on the Biz English Channel.
It's been a great one.
It really has. Listen, if this episode helped you upgrade your vocabulary, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now.
And leave a like.
Leave a like and jump into the comments. Tell us which of these powerful business words you are going to use in your very next meeting. We want to know.
Definitely. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final kind of provocative thought.
Oh, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
We've spent this entire time talking about how these words change how others see us.
Right, the external perception.
But if the words we use shape how others see us, how might adopting this precise authoritative mindset internally change the way we view our own capabilities?
Oh, wow.
If you start speaking like a leader, does the language actually trick your brain into becoming one?
That is heavy. Rewiring your own brain with vocabulary. I love that.
Something to think about for your next meeting.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.